And that should have gone live. So I think we're live. This is
Yeah, we're live.
should be a kind of an audio test right now. If
I don't think there's anyone watching us just yet, but
no, but you have it open so you can audio test, can't you?
I have it muted.
Obviously, we're gonna cut this off for the broadcast for YouTube, by the way.
Obviously.
Yeah. That being
Yeah,
said,
it's coming through just fine. It's a little hard to hear just because, like, you're sitting next to me, so you're so loud. I sound so fucking nasally.
it's okay. We are all right. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're doing here. I'm Dale. You guys should know that if you're on this channel. If not, welcome. Some people call me Stink. Some people call me Sexy Dale the Pharaoh Wizard. It depends on the circle we're in. With me, as always, is my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous partner, Adam Hensler. Adam, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Adam. I am Dale's hetero life mate. Been best friends for fucking ever. And we're also joined by, what's your name again?
I am also Dale's hetero life mate in that we have sex and have a child together. My name is Allison. Some of you may know me as Cold Disregard. I used to mod when Dale was streaming WoW.
Yeah, that was a fair time ago, but now we are doing a passion project. This is something that I've talked about doing for countless months and months, years and years.
He brought it up yesterday.
No, that's not true. I've talked about doing this for a long time. But I've always, when I was a kid, the funnest thing to do on Saturday mornings was for me to walk down to Sonic at 6 in the morning so I can get a supersonic cheeseburger. Then I would come back and I would watch Mystery Science Theater 3000 into Saturday anime. It's what I lived for. I recorded it on VHS as much as I could. It was my jam. And all I want is to go back to those days. So here we are. We are going to review certain days of the year from, I believe it's 1997 to 1999, or will be the only times that we can actually review, because those are the only times that Mystery Science Theater and Saturday Anime were both on. It was only a 2-year window, and Saturday Anime ended in the last December 31st, 1999 was the last Saturday, and they never showed it past that. They actually didn't show it on that day either. But, and obviously Mystery Science Theater didn't move to the Sci-Fi channel until 1997. So, MST3k recorded well after that, but we only got a 2-year window to do this. So, today we are reviewing October 30th, 1999. And the episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 is Werewolf. The episode of Saturday Anime is The Venus Wars, a personal favorite of mine in that I've watched it 6,000 times because for the longest time it was the only VHS I owned. And we're going to be watching them in the purest form possible. Commercials, if we can find them. Unfortunately, not the case for Werewolf, is the case for The Venus Wars. So let's.
Werewolf.
Yes, excuse me, Werewolf. And yeah. So, where should we begin? Guess we can begin by turning this on,
The
huh?
theme song.
That would help.
I'm not going to play the theme song so we don't get DMCA'd.
But it's the most iconic version of their theme song.
It's the only thing that they can actually, like, tag me on here, so...
That's a very good point.
Yeah. The fantastic James Lipton intro here.
Mike tripped over my yam collection, fell on his head. Now the poor dope thinks he's James Lipton, host of that Inside the Actors Studio program on, I don't know, some channel. Hell, I don't watch
Hell,
cable.
I don't watch cable.
Then, of course, you had a small but crucial role in Harold Robbins' The Lonely Lady. The star, of course, Pia Zadora. You two became soulmates.
No, we didn't. Stop it, Mike. You see, now he thinks Crow is Ray Liotta, and he's trying to interview him, and it's driving Crow
It's always
Ray
bothered-
Liotta.
Yeah, it's always bothered me that he says Ray Liotta instead of Ray Liotta. I don't know. Is that? I mean, they're Midwesterners too, so it's not like their drawl is different than ours.
Might actually just be the way to say it. We've never known.
Goldberg told me you smell like apples.
He smells like apples.
That does it, Mike. I'm getting the clown hammer.
Are you really a good fella? Give us the inside story on Tom Hulse's dog. Joe Pesci's mother made you weep. How?
Sorry.
You
We'll be
called
right
Kevin
back.
Dobson your real reason for living. Can you tell me why?
Sad, really.
Yes.
So I wrote down all kinds of stuff. So little tidbit: the security guard was who gets drugged later on is actually the director of the film. He is the Tony Zarandas that his stink is all over said movie.
Boy,
Of course.
I sure hated to do that.
Guys, what are
He
you
did
dressing
hate
me
to
as
do
James
that.
Lipton for, you weirdos. We have to get going on our escape plan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey.
Crow, have the nanites constructed my modular descent unit yet?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Then,
Why not?
Since we are in high geosynchronous orbit, I will descend and jump off on some unknown location on present-day planet Earth.
Then, of course, you'll alert the authorities and rescue
Oh,
us,
I
right?
wrote down phonetically Yana Galache here. I actually can pronounce that now. Yana Galache.
This part is the part that always bothered me when he gets
Keep
down.
going, you
Why?
dope. Over.
Because why does Pearl get the shitty cereal and everybody else has, or gets like the sugar cereal and everybody else gets like garbage? So mean of her.
I mean, like Boa has like
It is Pearl.
Boa has like banana nut crunch, right? Banana nut crunch owns.
It's fucking vile.
Oh, you're like so wrong, incredibly wrong.
Of some sort and am dropping the ladder in.
It is an eatery. Yes, an eatery.
Structure now, which appears to be a barn of some sort, or no, it's an eatery. It is an eatery. I will approach one of the patrons
Also,
and
he's
attempt
eating with a
to
mixing
gather
spoon.
information on my web-
Yeah, he's a monkey. Who cares? And it looks like it's like crunch berries and what is Billy eating? Is that Kix? Yeah, it's Kix. I mean, they probably got to pick their own cereals, to be fair.
Pearl would like Cap'n Crunch.
And since this is our first time doing this, I certainly hope that
Yep,
our
yep,
audio does
Hasty
not
butt up
suck.
here now.
But
Over.
what are you gonna do?
What's that? Over.
We were too cheap to buy microphones.
That's true.
Over and out.
In true MST3k fashion.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I don't know. You had him last.
You can't say that. You're gonna get in trouble. That's a really stupid joke, and I'm gonna tell Mike.
I love that. I'm gonna tell
What's
Mike.
gonna do anyway?
Do you know why he says you can't say that? You're gonna get in trouble.
I have no clue.
Young Frankenstein, werewolf, their wolf,
Oh.
their castle.
Funny, I like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I liked it. Good one, Servo.
The chat warned me not to be an asshole. That can't be right, can it? It actually is right. Yes, only I am allowed to be an asshole, Jason.
And now the ladies.
Well, so far these star power consist of Charlie Sheen's uncle.
Unfortunately, Jason, I don't think that you're a somewhat of an 80s anime fan, but you're not much of an MST3k fan as far as I remember.
Something broken. The poor thing has TMJ. Look at that.
Keith Bilderback, building a better back for you.
Well sewn. Good one there.
Now, I knew it had Tony.
I made up
Zarandas
those rules.
Stink all over it.
Brought to you by the Ape in the Moon.
Featuring the Bulgarian Women's Choir rendition of Jingle Bells.
There's just too much Zarandast in this movie already.
Too much Zarandast.
The sugar mines.
They're
going to
excavating a tiramisu.
going to see some major star power here soon in Charlie Sheen's uncle.
The lesser known of the Estevez.
You mean Bestevez?
Yes. So Werewolf is the second best Joe Estevez Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie, by the way. This is not the best one, unfortunately.
We'll get to that one.
Certainly. But I think that this movie is strictly worse.
I don't know, man.
Get his head straightened out or something. The hoser.
Oh, it is definitely awful.
Tommy,
Jason.
come on, man. You piss him off or he's gonna fire us all. Come on, come on.
Hey, what is this?
Can you hear it at all, Jason?
Be careful, man. We don't want damage this. You're get here.
Hey, get away. You're gonna damage the line.
Yeah, I can't see home plate.
Hey, I got something here.
It's Ron.
Hey, man.
Turn it up a bit, see what that does.
This is where Billy Jack should come riding.
This fight scene is choreographed by teenage wrestling enthusiasts.
Marshall Tucker in charge of it,
At the time this was aired, Adam and I were teenage wrestling enthusiasts. The Monster Brutus and the Kid Chris Carnage knew about teenage wrestling.
Archaeologist.
That's what I thought when we were watching this, because I thought about the wrestling tape you made me watch of you guys wrestling on a trampoline over fucking tires.
This is a production of Roadhouse in the Park.
So Kitty, thank you for gifting subs. Bizarrely, but thank you.
That's actually Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how
Oh,
are
I
the
should
waves
probably
today,
watch
you
my
guys?
language then, sorry.
The
Fuck
man with
that.
the yellow hat arrives to calm things down.
We all know I only cuss in front of my child, not your child.
And during the course of the fight, they stomped all over the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, by the way, this is haircut number 1 for
Loose,
our
Leaky, and every which way but loose.
main antagonist Yuri in the movie. Out of the what I counted 10 different haircuts.
Somebody got a emergency kit around here.
Vanessa Redgrave for Banana Republic.
What's going on? What happened?
Fool almost damaged the fine.
Now it's not 10 different haircuts, I guess you should say. It's 10 changes of haircuts in continuity. There is a continuity producer on this movie. I believe they can legally be executed.
Well, quite a bit.
Yeah, no, it is not David
I hope they
Carradine.
sued for breach of contract then.
There's just so much litter on the highway.
Oh yeah, this movie, the riffing list didn't age well, by the way. There's a lot of
Cover this up. Find it too hard, too much paperwork and stuff.
low-hanging fruit Native American jokes.
Martin Sheen's brother.
Basically things that would get the NFL in trouble this year.
Yeah, it's
Now, Yuri, I got a man hurt.
this is easily one of the least
too.
like politically correct episodes of MST3K I can recall.
We'll pay the bill.
I also said he looked like David Carradine if David Carradine had been the victim of an acid attack, so...
She did say that.
Oh, cedar makes your life easier.
No shoes. He was killed for his Nikes.
Spotted the yeah, Joe Estevez.
The best of it.
All in
I'm gonna
ambulance,
keep
and
making
make
that
sure you
joke till
don't
someone
move his
laughs
neck.
at it.
Cruise ship taking off. Oh, there's another one.
Steven Tyler's skull.
So what Werewolf here has taught us for sure is that Flagstaff, Arizona is just infested with foreign people.
Specifically Europeans.
Yes, just
The other guys in there.
nobody speaks
All right.
normal American English in Flagstaff, Arizona.
They'll be shot, so why don't you just take the rest of the afternoon off?
In fact, why don't you just sit out the rest of the movie?
With the ironic exception of Joe Estevez, but I mean they had to spend their $40,000 budget somehow. So
Yeah. The token American.
Go home, Joe. All the way. Good boy.
this was one of the best running gags in MST3K that I remember of like them saying that Joe Estevez is no longer in the film. Like everybody just keeps asking, "What are you still doing in this movie?"
I'll explain it later. Natalie, get some of the students over here to take these burns out of here.
He does, in
Don't put
fact,
it in the
never
lab.
explain it.
Turn up to the blockhouse. And Natalie,
Anna got you, baby.
you make sure.
Yeah, I
all the
got you,
Indian
baby.
workers see this.
Like Rajipur or Amir.
Don't let the Indian workers say this, like Rajapur or Amir.
Bye, Joe.
Like I said, hasn't aged super well.
The only Native American on this is actually Joe Estevez because he was born in America.
We've come to the conclusion, dem bones, dem dry bones, sir.
Skinwalker?
Skinwalker.
Texas Skin Ranger.
Texas
Skinwalker.
It's also known as a shapeshifter. It's,
Pot sticker, clam digger, that sort of thing.
it's the Navajo equivalent of a
Poodle.
So
lycanthrope.
is Noel here? So
Damn werewolf.
Haircut number 2.
Oh, here we go.
Wind up. And the pitch.
Werewolf?
No, where?
Werewolf?
Werewolf.
You mean Joe thinks this thing is a werewolf?
Well, not exactly.
Werewolf?
Not now a traditional white man.
But is Noel wearing like eye makeup?
You see, Yanaglanch.
That dude is in TNG. Which dude?
It's he who trots here and there on all fours.
So any animal, pretty much.
Let me explain. Yanaglanch is a human witch who wears the skins of fierce animals, such as a coyote, or wolf, or bear.
Rabbit, caterpillar.
You can't just give us Star Trek trivia without following up.
He plays Galen in that two-parter.
He's been known to roam about at night, creating all sorts of malevolent deeds.
I'll have to,
The Navajo claim
I'll have to
that
look
they
at
can tell
Allison's
when
screen as she
Yanaglanch
looks
is
up the
close
IMDb
by.
right now.
Sudden sound of all kinds of peculiar noises, and particularly the loud barking of dogs.
It might just be the Bumpus' dogs. We're not sure.
They also can
Wait,
tell when
what?
a man is Yanaglanch. He takes on a series of strange body habits.
Wears toast in his pants.
Like sleeping like a coyote, nose to anus.
What? It's
The
fun.
house begins to smell
The
like coyote.
Professor Galen? I don't think that's him. I don't know. Maybe.
This is absolutely fascinating.
This is absolutely
Right.
fascinating. What a great line read.
So,
Only the
how
best
do
for
they stop
werewolves.
them?
So it took
hear
me
that?
maybe seeing this
If I remember
episode
correctly,
20
the Golden
times to
Apple
realize that
is a medicine man protector.
what's her name here?
The hot
Natalie, is
apple.
that it?
Comes in to try to get the.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
archaeologist Natalie
She's a
isn't
kooky,
the
kooky,
same
kooky
person
dog.
as the realtor who comes up later.
They
They're
almost-
not the same woman apparently.
Okay, is that a
Their
I'll
budget
get
was
that.
so high they could afford 2 women.
Absolutely fascinating.
What was that?
Oh, I have small dogs in my hair. Sorry.
Probably a car on the road.
Yeah, it's one of those cars that sound like a wolf. Okay.
Anyway, that's what I know about.
I mean, for what it's worth, I do think that the 2 women in this movie are very attractive. Like, obviously Tony Zarandas had a thing for like European redheads when he was casting this film.
So, his name was not Galen in TNG. It
That's
was
definitely-
Arctis Baron, but it is definitely him.
Oh yeah, Arctis Baron. You can see like, yeah, that's definitely him.
He looks less acid victim-y.
I'm sorry I broke your Hansen tape.
Do you have any spare rolls that I could do?
Well, what took you so long? They had to stitch him up.
Well, I made supper.
How is he? It's bad. How bad? Bad.
Bad, or just bad?
I can't put it on the screen.
I heard it in a love song. Gotta go.
I'm still in this
Oh,
movie,
that ain't
you
gonna work.
know.
I'll figure it out in a
I think
second.
I am, but I am.
I just heard Goodbye England's Rose.
Tim broke up with me. We were supposed to go to that wedding together.
Galen was the name that Picard took.
Yes.
Can't be wrong.
I only know that because Memory Alpha.
I said, call an ambulance!
Well, I'm not supposed to listen to people who aren't in the movie, but
She,
Joe Estevez really had to earn his paycheck for this.
What are you still doing in this movie?
he looks like a puffed up rough grouse.
Joe
Anywhere on
Estevez's
the
hair
highway,
is
just everything.
just
It's what your hair looks like in the morning.
yeah.
I'm stupid.
This really isn't any kind of conventional animal I'm familiar with.
Jason, can you hear the movie all right? I know you can probably hear us because you're obviously answering us. But does the movie audio come through okay?
Look at the teeth.
Or does it need to be turned up?
This thing ran on all fours like a dog. The teeth are canine in structure, yet it has human qualities. We're gonna have to take it back to the lab and study it. But at the risk of sounding nuts,
I've replaced my toes with grapes.
I think we just stumbled on the remains
Here, this paycheck like Beau Bridges earns his. He just looks like his relatives. I think Beau Bridges is a little bit better actor than Joe Estevez.
I would hard disagree. I've seen The Wizard.
Yeah, which means it's automatically great.
Perhaps this is it.
No.
Do you realize if this was
Can't hear it all that much.
I'd
Can
have
hear
to
you
look
all
the word up.
fine. All right, let's
could be
rectify
the
that.
discovery of the sanctuary?
And not to mention the person responsible
How was
for its
that?
discovery would be famous.
Frito Bandito.
Wig number 3, accent number 2.
Ah, yes, the concerto in A minor for cello and Werewolf.
Man, they're establishing the hell out of this building here.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting building.
I counted it, by the way.
There's
That's
no pause.
that's 6 seconds on that
This
building.
condition has gone to bad, 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 bad,
Inexplicably.
bad.
I'm afraid he's
Pure
opened
Moods.
too many casinos.
Volume 1.
Yes, the Pure Moods joke kills me every time because there were certainly
he
Pure
seem,
Moods
no,
commercials
dead
on
to
all
you?
the time when this was aired.
What do you think?
Also, this like hospital
can't make
scene
it
is
up.
straight out of like a
I've seen
bad
case like
80s
this
porno.
before. I mean, you saw his face.
Yes, I did. There is constant transformation. What should we do? Should we call Dr. Brown?
No, that's not necessary. Just get a blood test, send it to the lab, and keep him under intense observation.
Yes, Doctor.
Did we miss
Maybe you
the?
should get some rest.
We're transferring you to the Ho
Yeah,
Chunk
well, what about
Hospital
your
for
roots?
Yana Glache's
Right.
joke. A joke that I did
I
not
question
get until
gluing straight
Jason
hair
took
to
me
his
to
face,
the Ho
nurse, but you
Chunk
seem to know what you're doing.
Casino in Wisconsin, or at least near it.
He's gonna have to wear one of those cones around his neck now.
I admire your hair helmet, sir.
I'm gonna pull the plug just for the hell of it.
Time to do a Jenny Garth.
Oh yeah. I have bad news. We have to remove your continent.
So you want to fight or?
Watch this on your phone, huh? Yeah, that does suck.
The Ford Ranger, the official truck of the English patient.
Man, I was lucky to find this parking space.
His hair is completely different.
When the hell have
That
you
is haircut number
been? You know
3.
what time it is? When the hell is Tommy? Here we go again.
Nothing like a warm V8.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Joe Estevez drinking in the hot sun. That's why.
Tommy's at
That's why he
City
got paid the
Emergency
big
Hospital.
bucks.
He's sick. Guys, turning it.
Honey,
He's real sick. What's wrong with him? He got an infection from that thing he cut himself on yesterday.
He's gonna soul take him.
That's all I know.
That he's in this movie.
O'Hare.
Yeah, that's why he's confused. What are you doing in this movie?
Go back to work. Good.
this is gonna be a fun dig.
Hey, look, an ancient beer can. Oh,
It was probably a ham scam with that drum soundtrack.
Reining his ears into his pockets.
I've gone back to my darker, shorter hair now.
so they put suspected werewolves in the neonatal unit, huh?
Man, infants are such.
Is that the mine
babies.
shaft that Doc Brown had the DeLorean in? I don't think so.
Man, he
They could
makes
probably
Ted
afford a
Danson
better
look like
set than
Gavin
this.
McLeod.
This is Arizona.
Yes, I am a doctor. I'll just be being a doctor in here then. Doctor. It's me.
Alrighty then, a complete desanguination for you then?
Okay, we'll be transferring you to the Ho Chunk Hospital for Yana Glache's.
Excuse me, where's
Yeah,
my
I didn't get that
headphones
joke,
at?
Jason, until I saw Ho Chunk Casino when we went to Madison.
Audience, what's your diagnosis?
And I knew it because of American Gods.
Yeah, some litter I picked up off the freeway. Does that make you feel better?
No. I don't think this case calls for minoxidil.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were Robert Downey Jr.
What am I doing? I'm not a doctor. I must have panicked and thought I was a doctor.
What a... Also, like, What hospital room has like the huge like window in the background? Like that.
Well, I better get back to my
This one.
Bruce Jenner shift.
That didn't age well.
Yeah, Yuri doesn't really look like Bruce Jenner anymore.
Sausages. Sausages.
As a recuperating werewolf, I'm very pleased with my Craftmatic adjustable bed.
Oh, I ate too much. I am a full moon.
I am gonna hit you so.
Someone's trying to start their
That's
Plymouth
my
Duster.
reaction when somebody has a pun too. I'm gonna hit you so hard.
Well, it's either Ashford or.
This is where you can tell they spent all of their budget on 20 minutes of Joe Estevez and not on SFX.
Let me just chill my hands and I'll be right there.
Werewolf too kind to slip on his jeans.
Not Bob Vila, no!
Now what we're doing here, Bob, is getting killed by a werewolf.
Later, in the dead of Blue Filter night.
The camera filter they use on this is
Maybe
so
the
bad.
African
It
truck
is
just isn't coming
egregiously
today.
bad. This blue filter.
What do you got there? Silver bullet.
Like Coors Light in your gun?
Me too.
I'm
This'll
turn
take
you
care
up, Adam. I can't really hurt you.
What makes you think he's gonna come back here? Everybody's out looking for him, right? Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Where do you think he's gonna come back to?
Well, the couch on the porch is basically his.
Back to his lair. We'll be ready for him.
Sorry, guys. Hang on.
We're
He
professionals.
became a bat? A bug? What is that?
Look, I see something over there.
It's a guy with a wolf hand puppet.
Go use the bathroom before we leave.
The natives are closing in.
If it's Martin, shoot to kill, then I can be in Spawn.
I love if it's Martin shoot to kill, then I can be in spawn.
That better?
Wait, it's a gorilla.
Yes, now I can hear
The
you
dog
better.
mask on.
Oh my god.
Such a threatening
Somehow
werewolf
Janet
just standing
Reno's
there.
behind this.
I mean, I would feel threatened by a $2 Walmart mask that's going to give you lead
The
poisoning.
least successful werewolf of all time.
Lame werewolf.
Dropped with a regular ass bullet.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I am fucking this up so bad.
Uh-oh.
Scuff stream.
Scuff stream, scuff.
Boy, that Joe Estevez is one compelling performer. He's really lighting up the screen, I tell you.
He could really show his brother Martin Sheen a thing or two about acting.
Yeah, I'm sure glad he's in this werewolf movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, did you guys have any time to think about what I asked? You know, who would you want in your werewolf movie?
Sure, Mike, but why don't you go first?
Oh, sure. Okay, well, first off, I think I would have Burt Reynolds' brother, Tim Reynolds. And, you know, if that didn't work out, I would
There,
go for
Jesus.
Emilio Klugman.
Sure.
And, you know, maybe as a role as a biker or something like that, I would go for Don Knotts' tougher brother, Spike Knotts.
Knotts.
Good idea.
Servo?
Oh, thanks, Mike. Well, I played by a slightly more freestyle set of rules than you, Mike. To wit, my first choice in my werewolf movie would be one Mr. Sammy Hatch, brother of Senator Orrin.
Yeah.
Then I'd certainly go for Michael DeBakey's brother, Jake DeBakey, or Louis Pasteur's brother, Greg.
So
Alas,
this is gonna be
no
the
longer in
longest
this mortal coil, but a
time
great
you're gonna
choice
have
for
a
my
Hitler
werewolf.
on my stream
Or,
is gonna
Chip Hitler.
right here.
Yeah,
Chip
sure.
Hitler.
That's,
Chip Hitler.
You know, I admire your freewheeling style. It really opened up the possibilities.
Thanks, Mike.
A little
Crow,
disappointed they didn't mention
who
Roger
would you want in
Clinton.
your werewolf movie?
You know, I don't know, you guys. I tried, but for some reason, all I could think of was Ray Liotta.
How come Ray Liotta is more awkward than a
That's
Hitler
weird.
joke? I don't
Would you
get
rather have,
that
like,
part.
Ray Liotta's brother? or
Yeah,
I don't
cousin?
know.
Also,
I'm
Bill
sorry.
says
I'm just not
Leota
as good at this
correctly.
as you
It's
guys.
just, so it's
I'm
just
really
Kevin
sorry.
that can't say it, I
Ray
guess.
Liotta.
Damn.
Comedic effect.
Well,
Damn.
despite that last awkward moment, I think we all really enjoyed playing Who Would You Want in Your Werewolf Movie.
Yes, try it at home.
It's fun, you'll
Yeah.
see. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't know, you guys. I think Ray Liotta would make an okay werewolf.
Oh, he smells like apples.
Oh, right.
Crying out loud.
I wonder if Ray Liotta actually smells like apples.
sure he
Good
does.
fun. Oh, Travis Bickle moved out to the suburbs, huh?
Hey.
Aloha and welcome to Hawaii. This, of course, is the Pearl Harbor Memorial.
Just going for the, you know, top tier tasteless jokes in 10 seconds.
Are we moving into this house, sir?
Oh, we're about to meet the
I'm
hero.
just curious, that's all.
We're about to meet the hero of the film, Sam the groundskeeper.
Good luck.
Turns out there are small parts and small actors.
So, you're the director. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna be 1,000 feet away from the house. I'm gonna have half of this car's windshield in my like
Piano tuner
camera
throws
view.
Speakers out the window.
It's like well, maybe he was the director and he just
Dictator
set the
for
camera
life,
on the trunk of
Santa.
that car.
He did. He definitely did.
Sorry, I was just
He also
taking
wanted
a
to save the
lavender
best
bath.
establishing shot for the actual hero of the movie.
Oh, sure.
Does this really warrant the tender music?
Come on in, we're expecting you.
Why don't you head down to the crawl space? I'll be right there to kill you.
Glad to see you can make it.
Did you bring your anti-government propaganda?
They are on point
Miss
with
Carey
this Sam guy.
upstairs waiting for you.
Well, I've got
You
a
think he's
squirrel in the oven
vaccinated?
if you're hungry.
He's not. He's probably not too happy to see all these non-Americans around.
I'm Sam.
I've been issued as your best friend.
And the keep.
Well, nice to meet you.
The average white man.
Do you always greet people with a gun in your hand?
What, this?
Yep.
This is just to keep the flies
Only
down.
Europeans.
Now
There's
he's
some weird things happening around here.
This is a strange remake of Jane Eyre.
done a pretty good job
Europeans.
of masking his accent, but it does come through.
I just found out Count Dracula was a
Use your imagination of what colorful
so?
language he used there to describe Count
Here,
Dracula.
you don't have to believe me, but that's the facts.
You know, suddenly I miss my dad.
Weird things are going. Weird things are coming. Weird things are doing around here.
Okay.
Hey, yet the grizzled militiaman has a charming B&B.
Adam's hero.
Come on, the sheltering sky moved quicker than this movie.
Oh my God. I didn't hear you come in.
So this is the woman I was talking about. That it took me 20 viewings of this episode to realize that she wasn't the same lady as the archaeologist.
Well, read it.
You mean this?
Dear sir, send pants at once.
Dear Mr. Niles, I waited for you all day, but you didn't show up.
Also,
The second of the two like
Please call me when
porno
you
setup
get in.
scenarios in
Or
this
we
early
care.
part of the movie.
We're gonna pass on your letter.
Dear
Good luck,
Penthouse, I never thought it would happen to me.
Yeah, my flight was delayed from New York, but
Also,
Thanks
like,
anyway.
if we ever actually get to buy a
Well,
house, I would like to use the
what do you
realtor
think?
that doesn't
Pants
wear
or no
pants.
pants?
I would also
Before
like to
your
use the
mother
realtor
passed
that
away,
doesn't
we
wear
tried to
pants,
sell
so
the
let's
house.
go.
But with the restorations and the poor economy, we
Real
didn't
estate
have to move
purchases,
on.
ahoy.
When I heard you were coming back, I thought I'd use the little budget I had to fix up the attic. Until you decided what to do with the house.
well, thanks. It's really nice.
So I've never purchased real estate. Is that a common thing for real estate agents
You know what?
to
I'm
do,
gonna
where
come
they
over
just
there. I can't
make
hear you at
decisions
all.
to
Can't wait to
remodel
find
your
out
whole
what your
ass
book's
house
about.
without your
Just
permission?
another Windows guide.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, Carrie.
I guess? I don't know.
And then leave snail trails on your desk chair?
Well,
Did
he
you know
might
your
have been.
grandpa smells like
He might have been
beefaroni?
delayed due to
By the
visa
way,
issues, you know, being from
who is that guy?
whatever Eastern European country he's
Sam?
from, so it could have taken
I
a
wouldn't
while.
worry about him. He's just the groundskeeper.
And murderer.
By the way, what are your big plans for tonight?
Plans? I haven't got any.
Being
Why?
murdered.
Because I was invited to a birthday party, and I thought you might like to come.
Are you sure it wouldn't be an inconvenience?
Oh, I'll
so
be
you know
coming,
nobody
all
out
right.
there?
Well, you'll get to know them all. It's a small town. I'll pick you up at 8.
Wear pants.
Yeah. See, I thought she was the same woman.
It's incredible.
He's a rent-a-center Andy Garcia.
Oh, I see some really stupid children being born as a result of these two meeting.
Wow.
Oh, now.
But I would say that the director certainly has a type, as they look exactly alike.
Well, I'm glad we had that moment.
Hi, Mini Pearl.
That is haircut
Free
4,
samples of meat.
by the way, for Yuri here.
I thought it was 5. Oh, do you count it as separate haircuts when he goes back to the one?
Yes, I do.
That is haircut 5.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you, Yuri. That's very nice of you to say. Now,
Yeah. You're a knockout.
will you excuse me for a minute? I see somebody.
Who's not a serial killer?
Come here. No problem. Come on, a little kiss.
No, Yuri. This is a party.
You can tell they're all Americans in the background because they're all wearing cowboy hats.
Elgin, good to meet you. Good meeting you.
Elgin's my black friend.
That kills me every time. Elgin's my black friend.
Hey, your hands up.
And loud mumbling breaks out.
Movie? Is there something you'd like to share with the rest of us?
Now let a real man look down your blouse.
Look, Yuri, what the hell is wrong with you?
You are married to me.
I suggest you stay out here and get sober before you rejoin the party. And when you do, you can apologize to Natalie. Now go take a walk.
Over there in the walking area.
Yeah. Well, I showed him.
Yeah. I'll take a walk.
Over to Kirk Douglas's house.
I'm sorry about that. He's a colleague of mine, you know. I guess tonight he just had too much to drink.
Colleague.
Don't apologize for it. I mean, the man's got no class.
Hey, don't blow on me.
I guess you're right. He's got no class.
The cheese ball's got no freaking class.
And now the whole room empties
Bradley
out.
Burke, nice meeting you.
Nice to still be sleeping with you.
That's exactly the way that the introduction of me and Allison
And this
went, by the
dinosaur
way.
was found with a head sticking out of its butt.
Blew on me and
Actual
everything.
skeleton
Yep.
of a push me pull you.
Actually, it's how me and Adam met too, unfortunately.
No, he was right. The walk is making me rethink
Couldn't
my
even
life.
get my own
I'm
introduction.
going to set up a charitable fund to help people who paw women. Yes, yes.
So they make tires and feet in this movie, but not people.
It's really nice of this director to give the security guards from
Don't
Hobgoblins
let
a
me
second
interrupt your
chance.
porn.
They really deserved it.
This is Tony Zarandast, by the way, it's the security guard here in blue. I think it just says he's just
open your
credited as
pants.
security
What are you
guard, so it's one of the two.
The nights, the nights.
But one of these two men
Gonna be
are directly
alright.
responsible for this piece of
done
shit.
this
So they
Man, I'm really falling
Deserve
behind
your
on
hatred.
my penthouses here.
I mean, wouldn't you argue that anybody who was involved in this is
People
directly
really love the whole
responsible
roasted
for
werewolf
it?
buffet.
No, it won't be as much fun, but he knows he can paw this guy.
So, you couldn't be a real cop, huh?
You know what that is?
Has anybody ever told you
I
that?
didn't wash my car every day.
Yes, and it's actually very accurate. As a matter of fact, this is probably the
Skeleton
most
of Carly
accurate security
Simon,
guard
maybe.
Those are
rendition that I've ever seen in a movie.
He doesn't have a badge that's visible from 50 feet away that says "Not Weapon Authorized."
This is actually just a security guard training video, right? After this, we'll be fully fledged security
Now, this
guards,
may
right?
cause underwear staining.
That is correct.
Right. And I'm about to create a modern man-made werewolf.
Needs
I love that I
corrective
stole a
shoe.
joke from a different MST3k episode and put it in right there.
Come on, have a drink. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on duty. Come on, tonight's a special night. Come on, have a drink. Here. Well, since it's the end of my shift, I'll make an exception. That's my man.
I think this guy makes a lot
I have
of
to drive
exceptions.
back to Latvia, so I'll be sobering up pretty well.
Let's drink too.
When you were security guarding, did you often get people offering you like prosecco?
Werewolf. I'll drink to that.
Well, it was
But I
more
don't
old
drink to
crow,
lint,
but
though, so it's
yes.
nothing special.
We're not talking about you offering yourself a drink, Adam.
This guy's very excited about this cup of
I'm
liquor.
going to get all sexy now.
Yeah, champagne.
I've never seen somebody get so excited over a Dixie cup full of champagne.
Prosecco.
Really? Even this is
You don't think this was actually from the Champagne region of France?
My mother
I highly doubt it.
There's a good chance Yuri came from the Champagne region of France, so.
While true, they also didn't exactly have the budget for that because of the best of Ez.
My mother's passed away. God bless her.
You know, I've never really talked to anyone but my bus driver.
You can't steal my joke, Adam.
People generally don't like me.
I just did.
Help! I've got lockjaw.
I got nothing to say to
admit,
that.
my mom's not dead. I was just flirting.
There. Make it go.
You gonna... Oh, I also love the implication here that Yuri just walks around with date rape drug at all times. Just,
I mean, look at him. Yes, he definitely has like 3 different kinds on him.
Gee, a pig drunk passed out security guard.
He's Eastern European, so.
So how often have you passed out while on duty as being a security guard, Adam, from date rape drugs?
Twice.
Let's see, over a 10-year stretch,
Oh, this is
5,
my
6
last
times.
security guard, I swear.
3 were self-induced.
Rejected for the Supreme Court, Robert Bork struggles to make ends meet.
Huh, haven't seen that guy in a while. I've definitely heard a big thump. It's probably fine. I'm gonna keep looking at my hustler.
From the land of sky
Cretaceous
blue
problem.
murder.
Were you happy about that Hams joke, Adam? From the land of sky blue murder?
I
Well,
was
hated
actually
to knock
very
him out,
happy
but he
about
was
that
due for his
joke.
Oh,
tetanus
the guy in chat here, Jason, my former boss, he's not a fan of Hams. He disparages Hams quite a bit, actually. It's not.
So we're gonna get a
You're kind of
werewolf
amongst
to the
enemies
death
here
and
on the
ask people
Hams
to
front,
sign in.
Jason.
Yes.
You are indeed.
I wish my face could be tighter.
Oh, I actually don't think that was the same haircut that he even had at the party, by the way.
Hey, can we turn down the Percy Faith?
This close enough, isn't it? You know,
Your ones are great.
I don't admire you.
You do?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Can we sleep together?
Oh, thanks.
So tell me, have you made any history-shattering discoveries lately?
I barely know what a hat is.
This coffee's awful.
Enough about me. What about you? What do you do?
I looked
Oh
down your dress
no,
for a living.
your like 9th cup of coffee today doesn't
thing.
taste good.
I'm actually working.
How bad?
Really? What's the subject matter?
You're right. Subject doesn't matter at all.
He really does resemble Andy Garcia.
Yeah, Richard Clayderman, I love him.
Like if you ordered Andy Garcia from Wish, yes.
The very model of a modern man-made werewolf.
Honey.
Wake up. Passed out.
I opened up my gym bag and down you went.
Sorry. I know.
I know.
You okay?
Yeah, well, my underpants are on backwards.
Yeah. Yes. Take care.
Send in the next security guard.
Well, he's no Richard Jewell.
You think Yuri could double dip the security guards? You think he's got it in him?
He already did.
He probably won't have to even drug the other one.
Neil Young.
I've been a miner for hard. God. Gold.
I love Heart of Gold.
Man,
It's my favorite
4
Neil Young
runs
song.
to the border in one night. Oh.
Hey, Merle Haggard's looking pretty good these days.
The full moon doggedly refuses to wane.
Pretty sure that's the same like moonshot that they used in the original Evil Dead, like patched into the screen.
I also like that it's been the full moon for like 30 days straight.
Time for a Frisco burger in front of the
That's how it works in Arizona.
Yeah, apparently in Arizona it's just
So many
non-stop
threatening
full
letters
moons.
to write tonight. Oh.
Did he sit on a table saw? What is that?
Well, now this clown's got Brian Ferry hair. What's going on?
Go ahead and mark that off as the 7th hair change. What's better, Hams or Stag? Stag is better, I think.
Dying.
The most stubborn full moon in the
That would
history
be
of
the
the world.
answer.
Much of a fan of Hams as I am, I have to agree. Stag is just top tier.
But Stag is also like 300% cost. Like hams, you can get a 30-pack for $9. So
It's a matter of
Yeah, you
quality
pay
over
a big old
quantity.
12 for a 30-pack of Stag. Darn.
Werewolf's hanging his own head out of the window, running all over his own car.
I'm colorblind now. What do I do?
So they circled this gas station about 50 times, by the way.
Look at
in
those
this
high gas
chase.
prices. What are they, hotel prints?
Yeah, good dog.
I was gonna go home and watch TV, but I feel like sniffing butts all night.
Man, this traffic.
What is it? This steering wheel is killing me.
That's, I mean, I don't drive, so I assume that's just how you steer.
Both of my co-hosts here actually don't have driver's licenses.
Don't you have a message for us?
High Life is definitely the most drinkable of the three that you've listed.
Where are you?
I think it goes Stag, Hams, High Life, actually. I think High Life's the worst.
So here we are.
High Life is the most drinkable because it has no fucking flavor at all.
1-2 punch.
I guess I'd better go. I have a lot to do tomorrow.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
also
in other words,
neglecting
you
to
hate
mention
me.
the
Fine.
best beer of Natter Days.
Yeah, see?
You drink brand beer, Adam. I don't want to hear
letter
it.
to the Philippians.
You're not allowed an opinion.
Hey, I have standards, you know. I will not drink
I
Buddha
like
beer
saying no
anymore.
to you. Could you ask me again?
That stuff was terrible, but the bottle was
Welcome to
awesome.
Flagstaff.
You,
Yeah, the
I
bottle
mean,
was
yeah, you
awesome.
drink a whole 6-pack of
Welcome
it.
to
It's
my
fine.
Flagstaff, if you know what I mean. Whoa. Sorry.
What's this guy's name again? I can't remember the hero's name.
Andy
Andy.
Garcia.
He's trapped between first and second. Caught in a rundown.
Sam, this is Natalie. Natalie, this is Sam, the keeper.
Nice meeting you, Sam.
How do you do?
And Sam's
can
gonna be
always
laying
use
pipe
another
tonight.
pretty
Fucking,
face
she's
around
kicking this guy to the curb. She's
Any
like, "Oh, I
friend
didn't see you had a
falls
grizzled
mine."
militiaman grandpa."
He's
Like,
wonderful.
Oh, I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Bring the old guy, will you?
I feel like getting out and
no, he's
fixing
just
my own tire.
straight weaving in and out.
An American werewolf in traffic.
Great, what are the ramp lights still doing on?
Same gas station.
They just keep showing the same driving scene over and over
Follow
again.
the hell out of him.
Now that I'm driving, those caribou don't stand a chance.
Oh, those oil barrels just leap out in front of him?
So
Who
his
would've
plan
guessed
is to
that
rid
the
the world of security guards
resident
by changing them
werewolf
into
was a
werewolves
terrible
one by
driver.
one and then having them
It's really
crash
nice
the
that
cars.
only the bottom of the car to
seems to be
explode
working
like
so
that,
far.
though.
You guys gotta give
Fault him
him,
on that.
you know, some credit. He is used to driving on the other side of the road.
Hey, Susie, what's the matter?
Werewolf is definitely one of my favorite host segments of all
Come on,
time.
Susie, you can tell us.
Gee, I
It's
don't
no
know, girls.
hobgoblins.
Well, okay, it's like this.
Uh-huh.
You know Steve?
Uh-huh.
Steve's a werewolf, but he's my guy. He's different from the rest, I don't know why. But my mother and pop, they disapprove. But no one can stop us, for it's true.
Huh?
Well, I had to rhyme
Ah,
two words.
okay,
and they're
sure.
not the
Come on,
same,
got
so-
it. Go ahead.
Where, oh, werewolf, I've looked everywhere, wolf. Where, oh, where is my werewolf?
Usually Dale sings
Listen up,
this to
girls.
me,
Late one
but
night,
he's
we
embarrassed by
drove in
his
his
singing voice, so he won't be
to
singing.
make our point,
true.
it wasn't that far.
Take the Hiawatha exit left at the first stop sign.
Well, whose story is this?
He very
now?
clearly
Sorry.
heard right.
The moon was full, he pulled me close. I held his paw and I touched his cold nose.
That means he's healthy.
But just then his hairy paws caused the wheel to slide. I screamed, too late, we hit a tree, he died.
Gee, that's too bad, Susie.
Where, oh, werewolf, I've looked everywhere, wolf. Where, oh, where,
Truly the greatest of the modern dead teenager songs.
where is my werewolf?
Well, son, it's fun to play a girl group, even if it's just for a while,
just
huh?
a while.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, hey, say, Mike, you didn't really go out with a guy named Steve who died, did you? Or...
Huh? Well, you know, there is a story.
Movie time.
Later, we got movie time.
Save it for later.
Just going to go ahead and put it out there that smoothie Skittles are fucking terrible.
And yet you're still eating them.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
So, Paul,
I mean,
what do
not
you
even
think?
would be a
Did the
waste.
Colossians
Right.
stand another ladder?
Like, yeah, you're not here to
I'm
give them
impressed.
to, so.
I've never seen anything like this.
A girl who responds to me.
But just out of curiosity, what makes you so certain that this thing is a werewolf? I mean, I don't want to sound skeptical, but
But this is
he
such crap.
a terrible
some kind of a
writer? Like,
deformed
what does he know
animal,
about
like
whether or not it's a
bear
werewolf?
or
I mean, granted, he probably knows just as much as like the
Chicken,
airhead and
why a
European
werewolf?
here,
I don't
but
understand that.
He spends a lot of time in the
Well,
Omega
look,
verse,
when Noel
okay?
gets here, he can explain it in detail. But let me show you something. When you look at the structure of the leg, you can see...
That I am
Absolutely nothing.
What must we all know? Oh, Yuri.
Boom, another hairstyle.
yep, sure is.
Don't you know this is restricted area?
Yuri, Paul's been cleared by
This is
Noel.
restricted
He's here
area.
to help us get more research funding.
Relax, there's no call for unpleasantness here.
Did you get this guy?
Don't you know this is a
Hey,
restricted
look,
area? Where's that
I really
security
don't need
guard?
this
I'm gonna
uncle
have
down
his
if he was
job.
assaulted by a psychopath.
You calling me a psychopath?
I'll kill your whole family if you call me that again.
Action, Paul.
Paul, that's his name, Paul.
Yet another fight scene choreographed by teenage wrestling enthusiasts, complete with improvised weaponry.
Well, they better have another one of these jackets of Chess King. Get out! Get out of here!
Definitely not a psychopath.
I'm really sorry. Clearly, you're not a psychopath. My mistake.
Get out before my dog tells me to shoot the president.
This is like that time I hit the reporter with Piltdown Man's thigh bone.
The movie's biggest fan.
She can't help but be impressed by the way I handled that situation. The way I scurried out when he ordered me to.
You know, if you look at it a certain way, I actually won that fight.
Well, they cast me. I guess they want me to do something.
Yep, just guess we're just gonna zoom in on his face for about 10 seconds.
He's got
This'll rip
cakes.
My flesh again.
Word of advice: never have sex with FloJo.
Unfortunately, it's still the full moon for the 68th day in a row.
But also the middle of the day.
Oh, right, yeah.
Stop it.
Stop it immediately.
Hey!
It's the Red Shoe Diaries all of a sudden.
Whoa, rat was ran raster.
Daylight on the inside, nighttime.
Was it worth showing that? Was it like
And back to
when they were
Wayne.
making
And now it's sunset.
when they were making cuts to the film? They're like, "Well, we need that scene. We need his face for 10 seconds, then him rolling on a bed for 10 seconds. We cannot do without that."
I got mono. Ah!
There's that table saw again.
He's doing Iron Grr yoga.
I wish that Paul and I didn't have basically the same hair.
Yeah, but his is intentional.
Oh, if I could just fart.
This is like those early YouTube videos
Well,
of
the
like
antidote to being
teenage
werewolf
boys
just
lining
might
up
be
to hump the
Imodium
couch.
AD.
I don't want to be near them.
Throw up. Yuck. So are we supposed to assume a month passes every few minutes here in Flagstaff?
All aboard.
The danger of hair oil.
Why does he
graphically
suddenly have a
portrayed.
shirt on? Ah!
Oh, Paul's entering his angsty teen
Will he
years
just
now.
transform already?
Time to put that light on the floor and pose dramatically.
Do you think werewolves shit when they transform? I mean, I would, but
They do, but then they suck it back up.
I look 2 Pure Moods jokes. 2 Pure Moods jokes. Come on, how great is that? It's pure 90s right there.
No, it's Pure Moods. Pure 90s was a different record.
Ready, wrestle.
Photographed by Danny DeVito.
Now, he does this all the time. It has nothing to do with being a werewolf.
Director got to borrow his cousin's dolly for a
All
week.
changed into a 2020 TikTok werewolf kid has
A tree in spring.
Hello, Paul?
I'm not lycanthropizing.
Also, why the fuck is the real estate agent there at like 3 a.m.?
The dead sheep was here when I moved in.
This is the archaeologist, not the real estate agent.
I'm fixing myself a drink. You want one?
That's right, they're interchangeable.
Sure. I'll have whatever you're having. Thanks.
I'll have what she's having.
Okay, great. Toilet water okay?
Do you have milk and stuff?
I didn't think I would ever hear from you again.
I tried to stop you when you left the lab, but your taxi drove off before I could catch you.
Come on, you don't have to worry.
I think he method acted as a bad actor, Jason.
Oh, Paul, don't be like that.
Why not? I screwed everything up. Didn't
I screwed everything up.
No, Paul, you didn't. What happened at the lab wasn't your fault.
You wet your pants and ran, and that's fine.
Come on, Natalie. It never would have happened if I hadn't been there.
What happened was only your fault. I explained everything to Noel. He doesn't blame you. He knows how you're is.
That doesn't repair the damage. I mean, you're fine with this dirt.
It wasn't as bad as it looked. There was no irreparable
No
damage.
understands.
The bones weren't bad. We can piece them back together. Believe me, I do this for a living.
You console European losers?
I hope you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Of course
Get
I'm
off the
sure.
trip. We still need your help. It might be just our last hope.
The one thing she's not sure about is the definition
Someday
of
I'm
the
sure
word
they'll
sure,
explain
because
what
it's
he's the
clearly
last
not her
hope
first
for.
language.
How do you say sure in Ukrainian?
Nothing really. It's nothing. It's just a scratch from my fight with Yuri.
Well, let me see.
No. Come on. It's nothing.
Take off your shirt.
All right, but I'm telling you, it's.
Oh, it really is.
That's the
nothing.
reason
Quit
they
your
put it back in
crying.
his shirt, just so we could take it back off.
This is not a scratch. It's a deep cut.
Speaking of deep cuts, does this scene need to be in the movie?
Oh, soft as a werewolf pelt.
That's
No, she
barely a
scratches his
scratch. You
belly
never
with
would have made it on the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Ziggy played guitar.
Oh, new wig.
Probably pissed off all his co-stars acting like a werewolf at craft services all day. You think that this film had a...
Reggie Mantle, no.
Where did the music go? You think that this film had a craft services table?
That's okay. It happens to everyone.
They didn't serve
Well,
Kraft
it happens
macaroni
to
and
you.
cheese at this
A
film,
lot.
okay?
Seems to be the problem, fella.
Government cheese only.
My zipper stuck.
Oh.
You know what?
That government cheese might be the only reason this movie was ever made. Maybe there was some kind of like Latvian grant that like if they got people to make a movie, the Latvian government would pay for
I
it.
don't know what the big deal is. You aren't even naked yet.
I just want to know if you brought one.
That's it. Too late. Forget it.
Yeah, that's how I roll too. If a woman says, "I want to have sex with you," do you have a condom? Oh fuck, I'm out of here. Fuck.
Where's the key?
That is how we ended up with a child.
I bet I can find them.
I know how he feels. I lost my keys once too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god!
It's my dad.
Joe Estevez demanded a craft services table in his contract.
Oh, dear. So whatever they did in the bed.
This is
blew
one
him
of
out
Joe
his room
Estevez's
halfway
better
across
films.
town.
Oh, by the way, Joe Estevez is completely done with the movie. He's only in the first 20 minutes.
It's any better.
When confronted by a werewolf, this is important. Immediately leave your car and run out in the open, right?
He's a wereworm.
He's coming at her at a frightening pace.
Somebody's
Brawl
helping her
is just so
scream.
terrifying.
You hear that too?
Sinead O'Connor,
I can't figure out why
flees
she's
Prince's
making out
house.
with this dude in her like wedding dress and a jeep in the middle of the afternoon.
It's Arizona.
Wait, her dress is pre-muddy.
Suddenly she's a medieval
What are you
wench.
talking about? It's clearly night. Not a terrible blue filter over the camera.
I was playing
But
Miss
that is a
Havisham in
wedding
the school play when I was attacked by a werewolf.
And 1 and 2 and step, change and shuffle and 7 and 8 and werewolf.
You get a lot of dirt with werewolves. You get a lot of clean with tide.
Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you?
It was really nice of her to stand completely still so he could catch up.
You think she thought this was gonna be her big break?
Yes. At the very least, she would get an American
Butterfly kisses
husband
gone
and then get a
horribly
green
wrong.
card,
Butter
and everything
die
would be golden
kisses.
from there.
He's getting some healthy reverb off of his howling.
Thanks, I'll call you. Bye.
Honestly, this is the part of the movie where I realized this movie is so fucking bad, even with the jokes. I just kind of check out and don't pay attention to the rest of it.
I
Third
can't.
straight week of the full moon.
Like, I forget what's going on when they get to the bar
reading so
later
you
on.
think
Like,
you're
that
a
whole bar
werewolf.
scene,
By
it
Tom
just doesn't
and
need to be in the
Virginia
film whatsoever.
Oh, John Grisham.
He method acted how to read.
Beautiful. I'm overcome.
To be fair, this entire movie didn't really need to be made. Except for, best of best.
You know, it's not my idea of a werewolf. I mean, he's somewhat hirsute, but...
Well, you know, it turns out he's not a werewolf. He's just Greek.
I was trained
Teenage boys humping the bed again on YouTube.
Oh man, if only I had some pamprin.
Yeah, you think his method acted involved just having sex with a mattress nonstop for weeks on end, Jason?
Bill Walton. No, Tom Waits. No, the lead singer from the Spin Doctors.
I would hate to see that
Taylor.
mattress.
You sleep on it.
Is there a duck in the room?
I actually got a new bed.
He's becoming
New
aware
or
Daniel
gently
Stern.
New to him.
Ow, I bit my lip. Ow, Jesus.
What'd you say? What?
He's growing guitar picks.
I wish my nails would grow like that.
All plasticky like that.
Yeah, that's like a $300 manicure right there.
Now this is the
my
archaeologist. No, this is not the
scoliosis.
archaeologist. This is the realtor.
This is the scene I got confused with earlier, where I'm like, why the fuck is why is she there at 3 in the morning? Why does she still have keys?
Why does she have her pants on suddenly?
Are you werewolfing up here? Because your damage deposit does not cover that.
I know you're home. Where are you?
You know, it's economical not to have a storyline, because then you can just film people saying things.
Yeah, she's got a neck like a Maasai warrior.
Well, I better take my pants off and do some typing.
Do you think Tony Zarandas slept with both these women?
Crying 'cause
Yes.
I miss having no pants on.
Oh no! The toilet's backing up.
Hey, I'm just on the throne. Come on in here and talk to me.
At some point in the conversation it came up, I thought you'd have a better role for me if I slept with you. I say a lot of things.
Tony Zarandas says a lot of things.
Oh man, you only rent victims. Let me
No,
tell
no,
you.
I meant like a better roll, like dice.
Zero. I think you should put Taylor back in
Somebody
his
went to
case.
Spirit Halloween.
Hey, it's Don
Or
Imus.
Spencer's
scary
Halloween
enough,
Gifts,
but
as it was known at the time.
I was just about to say that.
Ah, here we go. This is good because it's been a couple of minutes since a woman was brutalized.
Yeah.
So, werewolves are basically Jackson Brown.
Yep.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
I am the greatest.
You know, he'd get a lot more done if he'd stop reveling after each small victory.
Luckily, her big hair cushioned the fall.
I wonder if she went on to any other legitimate
I pushed you down the
films.
stairs. I'm the man.
I was going to say something,
almost
but I
as
don't know
hairy
if
as
Nathan is still
Robin
watching. I will not.
Alright, this is content. Fuck them kids. Say what you guys say.
Thank you. And now back to Kung Fu.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
De Niro, Snipes, the fan.
Now, come on.
That was around about the time that series started to go on a decline.
Statistics show that many wild things happen
These jacket-wearing lessons.
Every time Adam takes a drink of his soda, he like half disappears.
Sounded so strange on the phone.
Shh, I'm watching a guy water his lawn. It's really cool.
Humans have rituals where the moon's effect on a human
Look
can
like hell.
transform him into a werewolf.
What's wrong? Paul.
Oh, sorry, I was becoming Judd Nelson there.
I don't know. It's like a nightmare.
I was in school nude.
It was a nightmare. I was in a terrible movie with Joe
On the
Estevez.
streets, doing things.
Oh no, not things.
Can't figure it out.
And he was still there.
Ellie, I'm scared.
So,
Did I
we
use
agree
my
that Tony
toner this
Zarandas slept
morning?
with both the Latvian women,
You
but
were
did
sleepwalking?
Tony Zarandas sleep with Joe Estevez?
Yes.
Souffle.
That was part of Joe Estevez's contract.
Thanks for turning off the bad soundtrack.
You know what I really
It doesn't
wanna
matter,
do?
Jason.
Maybe
They're
be friends
basically
with you.
interchangeably the same
See
woman
the scene
because there's
in
no
the
plot
hospital.
anyways.
I want to know what happened to him.
Isaac Mizrahi in the role of a lifetime.
What do you know about this, huh? Come on, Natalie, what do you know?
Isaac
what are you holding
Mizrahi
back?
is a fashion
I'm not
designer.
holding back
Just
anything.
in case you
Certainly
guys
not
wanted to know.
talent.
Yeah, because
He's
we
in the
certainly
hospital
didn't.
because
Because what?
The
Okay,
only
I'll
person that
tell you,
designs
because
my
I thought
clothes
so far,
is
no
named
fame.
Haynes
Talk to Joe and
Beefy
Billy
Tees. So,
Come on, spit it out.
and Antoine
they saw
von Bugleboy.
him turn into a
but-
beast.
Turned into beats? That's horrible.
When he attacked them, they had to shoot him. That's why he's in the hospital.
Flagstaff, industry, family, foreign people talking in attics.
Oh, I'm so sorry I got you into this mess. I'm very concerned about your well-being.
Is Wallaby?
I'm glad to hear that.
My wallaby means a lot to me.
Ah, back to Flagstaff. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we couldn't find a
Yeah, let's
copy
go
of
with Orange
Werewolf
Jerry
with the
curl.
commercials intact. The commercials are intact for the
Well, let me
Venus
tell you
Wars
something.
afterwards, though, so
Honey, what do you think? Yellow
I don't know,
Mohawk?
thank
think I'm
God.
gonna talk to you later.
It'll be the
Yeah.
greatest commercials
Yeah, I'll
of
talk to you later.
1997, unfortunately. Couldn't find a 1999
Yeah,
VHS
dental
recording of it,
x-rays are
but
back.
I figured at that
It's
point we were
not
being a little too
good.
picky. Give me the fucking Reese's.
Power suit.
Yuri, why
Is
are you
that the
staring
Reese's
at
you
me
bought
like
for
that?
me?
No,
It's after Labor Day and you're wearing white.
it's the Reese's I
It
bought for me.
is.
It's not. You have the whole thing
I'm
somewhere.
going out to
I
get a
bought two
license
of them,
to
this is
carry a
mine.
concealed werewolf skull. See.
The
I
minor
don't know
squabblings
how
of
to
our marriage make for
him.
premium content.
Grandma!
I mean, it's more exciting than anything going on the movie.
You're sitting in my petri dish.
Oh, honey, what's the matter? Talk to Nana.
Ah, yes, it's so cold in Flagstaff, Arizona in the summertime that he's got to wear a cable knit turtleneck.
It's just that so many things have happened since we discovered those remains.
Not things again.
Tommy's in the hospital and Paul's been acting very strange. He thinks he's turning into a werewolf now.
Werewolf.
You believe that?
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Now try believing in ESL for a while.
You realize that if this is true, it could be the greatest find in the century.
Better than the new, bigger Cheez-Its?
Not to
That's a
mention
flashback.
Yeah? I mean, not only have they discontinued bigger
concerned
Cheez-Its
with
since
millions of
this was
dollars. I'm
released, but then
concerned
they
with
brought them
Tommy
back
and
to have them
Paul.
Cubby and
discontinued
Ronnie
again.
and Biff.
What are you hiding from me, Noel? Tell me the truth.
She is the hottest of the two,
can't
but she
handle the
speaks the
truth,
worst
dearie.
English.
I don't know, did you see the ass on the other one?
Well, maybe
Much
then
better.
it's too late.
Wow, the future conditional pluperfect subjunctive.
That's why the realtor doesn't wear pants.
Well, I mean, I'm more inclined to buy a house when my realtor is just nude.
Stop and be talking and start with the talking.
The color of horny.
This is the third porno
Yep,
setup of
bikers
the
love
movie.
harpsichord music.
Play some well-tempered clavier, man.
It's definitely cold here in Flagstaff. You're gonna notice here just a little bit.
You're a hustler.
No, I was in Hustler.
You'll have to pay for the queue.
It was just a stroke of luck.
Uh-huh. You're a hustler.
No, I was in Hustler.
Wreck him up.
The Uzbekistani Tracy and Hepburn.
Next to him, I'm almost smart.
She's an expert
Oh,
on
they
rats.
suddenly turned the air conditioning on.
Early mascarpone.
Wait, now he's got gray
no.
hair.
Hair and makeup really outdid themselves on
Okay, stop.
his
Everyone go up
haircuts,
a shirt
as
size.
this is the 9th haircut of the movie.
Although we haven't seen an American in this movie yet.
It's all right, Paul. I can handle this.
He also apparently is wearing like the fake Wrath of Khan chest under his shirt.
Great. Guess our hero will go back to his writing now.
J.D. Salinger writes more than this guy.
Paul, stand back. I can handle this. There's no reason for you to get your butt kicked again.
And now they're playing the soundtrack from Ken Burns' Civil War. What is this?
Fast Eddie Felson's sex change operation was a big success.
Do they serve half beers at this
oh,
bar
no.
or what? What is this over
My
here?
beer freshness dated? Oh no, I think it might be skunky.
They serve them in European measurements
Oh,
for the local immigrant population.
It's a metric class.
I
That's the
miss
problem.
Europe.
Give me 40 hectares of Flaffenugan.
Chubby Ramon.
Chubby Ramon.
Who adjusted the flame so high on my Zippo lighter?
He's dreaming of slimy cat puppets.
Now, is this makeup job better or worse than the terrible
So they don't notice him,
werewolf
like, hand
outfit
flipping away
thing?
right
I don't even
next
know.
to him.
Like, we get direct comparison here of like flash from
Hey,
one
Paul,
to the
you're
other,
really
and I
turning
can't
into a
tell which
werewolf
one is
over there.
actually
Anyway,
worse.
3 ball in the corner pocket.
Hey, she was solids. She was.
Frederick Remington's Guernica.
Not a good sign when the action in your movie is upstaged by a mural.
That is an interesting
Look, it's an
mural.
angel sitting bull.
Yeah, we're
Thanks for
Stampede.
killing me and all my people. Enjoy our land.
Yeah, did I have too much mezcal? or
Pretty
does
sure my
anyone else see
first
those
mother-in-law
Indians in
had
the
a
sky
kitchen
over there?
decorated with that mural.
Michael.
You think this was the
Hey,
director's vision? He's
Hey,
like,
Rasta.
all right, now we're in this bar. Why don't we just go ahead and pan the
You lose, Yuri.
complete
As
360?
always.
I'll catch you next time.
On Pectoral Theater.
There will be no next time, Yuri.
Hi, girlfriend.
Yeah, you're good.
Want to have sex?
Let's see how good you really are. I'll rack 'em.
People say rack to me a lot. Why?
These guys do keep racking their
Well, the
balls
movie
for
that
her a
takes its time
lot.
and hangs
Yeah,
around in
I mean-
bars.
Hey, there goes another one. Man, the pool cue budget must be enormous.
As far as I know, there's only one woman
I
in
like
Flagstaff, so
the
I mean,
there
it's
and
probably
the
a lot of
Two.
suitors.
There's two. There's two.
I can't confirm that she's a different
So,
woman.
werewolf.
Yeah.
Ow, ow,
Hey, watch it!
ow, ow.
If she's not, she spends a
Man, you were
fortune
right
on
in my
hair
way. I
color.
think I cut myself.
Just like Yuri.
It's very simple, Mike. Just don't fall on me anymore.
Ah,
Well,
the
you were so sharp and
werecrow.
pointy. I think I'm going to need stitches.
Well, pick up your feet next time, you big... Hey. Hey, Mike, there's something about you. I don't know, but suddenly you are a very, very handsome man.
Really?
Yeah, I can't believe I never noticed how striking you are. I mean, you are a god.
Well, thank you. I just...
Ah, what?
Ah, what?
Mike, look at your hand.
That
Feel your
scream
head.
Kevin gives is great.
Well, so I have claws and a net. What's the... Hey, wait a minute.
Ah, when you stupidly fell on me, some of my essence must have mingled with your essence.
Ugh, don't say essence. Ugh.
Yeah, you know what?
Mingling
I am
essence.
beginning to look and feel like you. And you know what? I'm perfectly
comfortable with that.
Yes,
that's exactly what I think.
Oh, he's a werecrow. A werecrow.
Well, it's okay. Tell me how you feel.
Well, I feel thin. I have an intense love for bacon.
Oh, yeah.
And a sense of moral superiority over everyone I meet.
Yes, perfect. You're me. Oh, this is turning out great.
Oh man, I love us.
Me too.
Will you excuse me? I'm gonna go throw up all over myself.
Yeah, whatever. So what else can I expect?
Well, your voice is going to change inexplicably every 7 years or so.
Okay, good.
You'll start ordering salad
That's the
spinners
best
by
joke
the
of the whole bit.
truckload from QVC.
Already have.
Great. Uh-oh.
Oh, we'll be right back. What else?
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to hide your huge collection of tattoo magazines.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Oh, this is exactly what I wanted to see.
Like
So,
Mo
any
Howard
given
having
Bennigan's
sex with the
bathroom
sink
on any
over
Friday
here.
night.
That look familiar, Mike? Never mind.
Oh, thank you. The scene wasn't repulsive enough.
No, that's just his secret hair dyeing place.
Hey, that's a nice haircut. Maybe I should tab that one.
You're beautiful.
Hey, thanks for stinking up the joint. Do you know how much stronger my sense of smell is as a wolf?
Well, I oughta. Well, if I wasn't a werewolf, I'd.
I don't know when the odds are gonna get better for you, man. You're literally a
Turning into
werewolf
a
and you're still
werewolf,
scared
plus
of
my
this guy.
irritable bowel syndrome's acting up too.
Beta males.
Oh boy, harpsichord music today.
The director seems, or writer seems to have confused werewolves and vampires, because all this thing does is bite people on the neck.
Yeah.
Scared
How's the pool game going?
Gabby Hayes, werewolf.
Director's losing the
No,
crowd.
he's
You better
running
get
through
back
the
to her,
streets doing things.
air conditioned nipples here pretty quickly.
Great, a random citizen that can kick a werewolf's ass, huh?
I like how the writer was like, I'm going to make sure Paul gets his
Directed by
ass
Jackie
kicked
Chan.
90% of the time, even when he's a werewolf.
Playing, all right.
He was sick of those like
Basquiat is in
Hollywood
danger.
portrayals that glamorize werewolfism.
He's attacking the grip truck from Lighthouse Grip and Equipment, serving the film industry since 1965.
Conveniently
Read it,
placed
Ma.
truck.
Top of the farmer's bank.
Well, the streets have no name. Oh.
Doyle, this is not a figment of my imagination.
Who the hell's
What
Doyle?
happened to Tommy, I swear I saw it
One of the members of the Misfits.
right before my eyes. Oh, the police have his body at the morgue.
I thought his name was
Now,
Noel.
Paul has the same symptoms, maybe even worse. I know where Paul lives, and I suggest you get all the units ready and meet me at Paul's before we lose him like we lost Tommy and Vic.
Whoa, see?
That's like his
Paul turns out
fourth
to be
accent of the movie as well.
In a glunche, a werewolf.
In a glunch.
Your reward will be immeasurable.
Professor Noel, I can't wait to show you.
I think he is saying no. He just can't say
I'm
it.
sure he went back to his nest to hide. Now we must get to him before daybreak, before he returns to normal.
All right, I'm on my way.
I'm sorry, I had to take that call. So let's continue to explore your feelings about your father.
Have you noticed that my accent has grown as bad as yours?
Yuri, where's Paul?
You're asking me?
This is not the time for games.
Oh,
What games?
put on the
happened
Western
to him?
music.
What him?
Serious
Is he
now.
in danger?
What danger?
That's exactly what I want to talk to you about.
Yuri of the
Look,
old
his quarter's
West.
up and he's holding up the table.
Let's talk.
I wonder what language they'll use. Austrian, Portuguese, Bulgarian, Catalan.
Meanwhile, Slash is still trying in vain to sink a ball.
They have the greatest pad thai here. We gotta try it.
This one table is also completely inexplicable.
No, just say whatever you have to say.
We don't have a birthday over here, do we? I'm sick of birthdays.
2-0 to table 7.
Okay. I know this
Yeah,
is
I've
gonna
been
be
in a
very
lot of bars where when waitress comes
an
over to
accent.
take my order and I
Get
wave
up,
her
Paul.
away, they're just like, oh yeah, cool, great.
Full-blooded
We have
werewolf.
one
You
table
know
in
what
this
I
fucking
will.
packed bar, but yeah,
You know
go
what
ahead.
happened to Tommy to happen to
Get
Paul?
get whatever you need out.
Help us get him back to the lab. Put him in a cage, hold a press conference, and let the world see what we've achieved. Now hold on.
There's more.
Noel and some of the guards are on the way to grab Paul and take him to the lab. I don't want anything to happen to him. He's all we've got.
He definitely resents violence. The first like 5 minutes of the movie is him just beating the shit out of some one of his employees.
The thing that it comes to?
You and Noel is in it for fame and fortune?
Yes, we is.
They is in it for fame
But
and
over my
fortune.
dead body. You hear me? I won't stand for it.
Pretty sure Yuri here is the new CEO of Miniature Market.
Hey, Natalie!
I is going to find Paul.
There's a business up there simply called R.
They got the same fake lightning and like storm sounds from Back to the Future.
Oh, lovely. It's 2 for 1 brain hammers tonight, Martha.
Oh, he's dusting.
Yeah, his personal hygiene is horrible, but he's otherwise a neat freak.
Oh, here is where Paul becomes the actual hero of the film when
Just made the call to
he
prayer.
attacks Sam the groundskeeper.
Sam the Groundskeeper reminds me a lot of like if you mixed the grandpa from
This is so
Lost
great.
Boys with the doctor from Twin Peaks and then raised him in Idaho.
Werewolf?
No, I'm a squirrel
That
monkey.
was
Of
the best
course I'm a
pronunciation
werewolf.
of werewolf in the movie yet.
Werewolf?
Leland Sklar, survivalist.
Oh, this is God. I've reviewed it with the committee, and no, it won't save you.
Would you mind eating this
I
jar
like how
of
the
meat
werewolf
tenderizer
paws only
before
go
I
to
kill
like
you?
his second knuckle.
Whoever you are, don't hurt me!
Please!
Don't.
He's got movements like Anthony Kiedis.
The death of Oliver Sacks.
Wait, not fair. He's still alive.
I'm Sam, the keeper!
His powerful bodily funk finally comes in
That's
handy.
usually what I say is somebody's murdering me. I remind them, you know.
I give them my
job.
name. My social security number is 64H.
Oh man, running through the streets doing things.
Biggest
really takes
twist
it
of
out
the movie right here.
Boy, I'd hate to see his sink trap.
Why did I ever eat that extra gazelle?
Been a bad boy. I'm giving myself a timeout.
Fellow freemen, brother militiamen.
At
come
this
to
point,
my
the
aid.
writers had to be asking themselves, why is this movie still going on?
Honey, I is being home.
Has to rest up for her match with Minnesota Fats tomorrow.
Oh, God of battles.
Oh, Miss Natalie, I don't think you should go up there. Something horrible has happened.
I passed my tapeworm.
I was just praying for the police. I think we should call the cops.
No,
Yeah, this
Sam,
guy does look
don't
like
call
he
the
backs
police.
the blue.
I'll take care of him. Don't worry about it. Is the gun loaded?
This sure
Then
is
blue
loaded.
light.
I want you to go to the window. And if anybody tries to break in, shoot him.
You got it.
Go to
Because the
window.
real danger is from the non-werewolves outside.
Should I use the gun against the werewolf?
Freddy Krueger. Hellraiser. Paul.
Paul, is you at this place?
Oh, that fiend Rick Baker tackled him and did this to him.
Starring Resusci Annie.
Oh my god.
Don't look. I haven't been groomed.
Still, she's more emotive than Gillian Anderson.
Yep.
That's the Latvian god, I'm sure.
Paul, you was a werewolf.
Werewolf.
Say, that phone up there is
Werewolf.
stacked. Hey, Mike, would you introduce me to that phone? Cut that out. Hi there.
What a great joke, though. The like phone in the
Is
background.
that a 1x6? Oh, it's her acting.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you lose in like riff tracks.
Oh,
It's just like
please don't
the
hurt
fact that they
me.
Think
were
of my family
robots,
in
you know.
Latvia.
I love you, no matter what.
Well, can you help me get these bugles off my fingers?
Itchy. He's nuts.
Yeah.
Yuri and Noel want to take you to the lab and cage you.
She learned English from the wild and crazy guys.
Would you put on a long, loose-fitting gown and roll around in
Wild
the
and
mud for me?
crazy guys.
I'm here to help. I don't know how, but I know I gotta get you out of here.
This is very moving.
No matter how
Want to
many
move out of
euros
the
it
theater
takes.
Immediately.
Yes.
They're gonna be here soon.
Randy?
Cinematography by Haskell Wexler's cat.
And Jimmy Carter comes in to negotiate an agreement.
Can't believe people call me a psycho. I'm gonna take those people's heads and carve them into ashtrays.
That's how I
She's
react to being
suddenly
called
in
a psycho
Philip
too.
Marlowe's office.
It's sort of bimbo noir here.
Oh, swinging by to see Flounder and Bluto and Pinto.
Great job watching out there, Sam.
Oh, poor girl. Last guy she dated turned out to be the Loch Ness Monster.
Sorry I chewed your shoe. I'm sorry.
Sam got himself some seamless gutters. Nice.
Nice.
Never throw his fetch ball against the picture window.
Huh.
Excuse me, did anyone see a glass shard encrusted Yetta Glanchi go by?
Oh, his apartment is right next to Monument Valley.
Jacket makes him look like a were-waiter.
Well, folks, should
Very
I follow
nighttime
him? What
again.
do you think?
Yeah, see, like, this movie gets so bad, like, even you can't even make jokes about it after a certain point.
Yeah, like it just gets like tedious at this point. Like it just keeps on
Crickets are
going.
trying to drown out the soundtrack.
Go Crickets!
Sort of
This
like
is
a
where Yuri's
Metallica
Russo
song.
Mexican tracking skills will come in handy.
Fully a bear now.
Disguise myself with my own arms.
And a bat again.
Wonder Woman!
Oh, there's a graffiti-filled underpass in the deep woods.
Hang on, my context fell out. Hang on.
He's just scratching himself with his own wristwatch.
Kind of the Euro Chuck Wepner.
Trying to get in one last hair
There we go.
color
Sorry,
before he
I was
dies.
taking care of something over here.
He fell
Blood came out
asleep
like a
with his
Ralph
eyes
Steadman
open while
drawing.
scrolling.
I was working on a very professional
Comanche.
content over here.
What he got between Paul and his cub.
Even in death, he's sucking his gut in.
It's obviously night
Fortunately,
again.
the director wanted no reaction in this scene.
Remember, Cindy, nothing gets in. No information ever reaches your brain. Good.
Does this
And
mean that
Congress
Yuri's
enacted
going to be
the
a
Pop
Garrick
Rocks labeling
Lanche now?
Yo, Yana Glace. Yuri.
I have a feeling that every bit of her intelligence is being used to climb these stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I bet nobody can predict the end of this. It's not telegraphed at all.
Oh yeah, it's just so
Shoe
subtle.
cam. Actual shoes.
Looks like she wears a size 38.
This
or
could have
whatever the
ended
hell sizes they use over there.
20 minutes ago. Like I have no idea what this director was thinking.
Okay, she's a werewolf. I
It
think
should have
we're all
ended
ahead of the
whenever
movie. Sorry.
Joe Estevez left. So
She has Dilbert Boss horns.
Mini blinds are fun to
Just a
watch.
20-minute Joe Estevez short film.
Look, he has a
Let's
little
make it
bottle
happen.
I'd watch it.
Butterworth on his
You know, I got like a 20 in my pocket. I think we can fund this.
He might be too busy, guys.
That was the sound of the director giving up and leaving.
Did this movie not pay its electrical bill?
Okay, movie, she's a werewolf. We really got to call time on this one. I'm sorry.
Well, no. Maybe she turned into Eddie Van Halen, see?
Yeah, and she teased her hair, then got downright sadistic with it.
You know, she did kind of look like a European Gillian Anderson.
Come on, dead people know what's going to happen here.
Hey, if she's a wolf, she'll have 3 rows of breasts.
Well, ew, I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Yeah, it's kind
I know how to feel about it. Horny.
He's become a Amish guy.
Gonna be a little spirit gummy when I first kiss you.
Surprise ending written and conceived by a tube worm.
What a
David,
twist!
David Coverdale. I have no idea who that is.
Cats.
Mr. and Mrs. B.O. Plenty.
That's how it ends. They're both
Pure
werewolves.
Moods 2.
Singer from Whitesnake. Ah, yes.
Boy, loved all the animals in the West. We will rock you.
Toss! Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the places where a rabbit wouldn't go.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. We heard it from the people of the town. Tusk!
High on a hill.
I didn't know this Tusk reference. Allison had to explain it to me.
Here comes Santa Claus.
It's like the
here comes
best
Santa
Fleetwood
Claus,
Mac
right
song.
down Santa Claus Lane.
Tusk! Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key.
Tusk! Admiral Halsey notified me he had to have a bath so he couldn't get to sleep.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the
So
moon.
that is Werewolf. Do you guys have any final comments about Werewolf before we switch over to?
One night in Bangkok makes us
Determined or not, that werewolf is long dead.
That's true.
Chicks and ducks and geese better
All I got to
scurry.
really say
And
is,
I
you
take
know it's
you
bad
out
whenever
in Surrey.
the Wolfman from 50 fucking years before this movie was made looked better than the werewolf from Werewolf.
Don't you cry for me.
Yeah, I mean, like this movie's only like 30 years old. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I made a werewolf costume out of a skinned teddy bear when I was like 5 that looked better than that.
it would be hard not to be better than that.
Well,
Well, you look just like me now.
I am.
That
I'm
movie
just
was
like
a
you.
front to
Don't get me
werewolves?
wrong.
Yes.
I'm not
Because it wasn't about
complaining.
werewolves,
Well,
it was about
you look
werewolves.
great. Here, turn around. Let me see all
It was
of
The
you.
about-
European equivalent.
Heck, I'll be taking
It was
pointers
about
from you pretty
Europeans
soon.
speaking broken English to each other in
Isn't it great
Flagstaff,
being better than
Arizona.
everybody else?
It sure is.
Oh, hi, Crow. Hi, Crow.
Oh no, I'm a Mike. I'm just a werecrow. You know, Crow here says pretty soon he's going to be taking pointers from me.
Yeah, that's great. Look, I found some Essence of Mike I had
Essence of
stored.
Mike.
Just inject a little and
Why
we'll
is
be
his?
right back.
Why is his?
Now, okay, I'll do it when I'm sick of being Crow.
Essence yellow.
Hey, where'd you get it anyway?
I'd rather not say. It's powerful, though. Spilled a little on me. Now I
Because
got
he'd
blonde
rather
hair.
not say.
Plus, I got that feeling like I'm from Wisconsin. It's
Wow.
really weird.
Tom
I
Servo
think I
was
gotta
trying to
go lie
cure his
down.
COVID, so he injected himself
We better see what
with
Furrow's doing.
Mike's piss.
Can't say that word. Now
you
we're
gotta
gonna
hit
get
it with your
defunded
head.
from this
Oh, right.
copyrighted movie that we just played.
What, piss?
Time to watch me now.
No, the
Some said it couldn't be done,
double
but
B
drawing
word.
inspiration from today's movie, I am ready to do what the world has been putting off for some time. Injecting the essence of a wolf into a man. Bring me the peasant. Now bring me the wolf.
This is actually Kevin Murphy's dog, or at least it was. Probably dead now, but
You tried getting a wolf after midnight. There aren't any 24-hour wolfomats.
determined or not, that dog is long
Like,
dead.
it's really hard to get a peasant around here. Geez, you can't string a dead cat without hitting a peasant.
But I think it's truly adorable that the dog recognizes that it's Kevin and is like trying to kiss him right now.
Should we start a We Hate Bobo club?
Let's.
I'm president. Jinx.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I could have gotten a lot of peasants. Anyway, he is a wolf, isn't it? Oh, are you gonna fight me? Oh, don't you fight me! Look out, he's gonna eat me! Wolf, he's gonna eat me! Oh, he's eating me! Oh, I'm dying! Oh, it's terrible!
Alright, that was Werewolf. Now, I'm going to run an ad break really quickly while we put on the Venus Wars, so feel free to take a piss, do whatever you gotta do. We will be right back with Saturday Anime from October 30th, 1999, although that's not when the VHS takes place, it's actually in 97, but whatever. We will be right back. Enjoy. And for those that are still here, we will close this, figure out how to do this. I am still broadcasting, but I have to screen share the other screen. Screen share. Screens. Where? I got Adam's face nice and big. Oh, here's the picture of Noel from Star Trek, by the way. What? Oh, 4 seconds remaining on the thingy. Let this bust.
They're invading.
An intrepid reporter finds the story of her life.
Oh man, I'll make every front page on Earth.
Our great dream of uniting the nations of Venus under one flag was achieved.
But there's more to this story than meets the eye.
Our government is now officially surrendered.
As if you actually welcome them. It simply doesn't make sense.
And the only ones who got richer were
Go.
the politicians.
Enter the Mono Bikers.
Say the most skillful riders I've got.
Can this unholy alliance work?
A reporter in league with terrorists is a dangerous enemy.
Venus Wars, next on the Sci-Fi Channel.
You'll regret attacking me.
Alright, this is the Venus Wars. This is Allison had to step away to take care of our daughter for a moment. So anyways, this was the first thing that I ever recorded
2003, an ice
on
planet collided
VHS.
with Venus.
And Adam and I
Venus was
watched
stripped
this
of its atmosphere,
version
and the
probably
pulverized ice
600
became
times
acid
in my
oceans on
basement
its surface.
from the 7th grade till
At the same time,
I didn't live
Earthanization,
there anymore.
significant immigration from Earth to Venus
An
was
additional
planned.
1,000 or so times
Huge plans to
afterwards.
neutralize the acid
Yeah, this is
water
actually
and
one of the few
extracted
films that I've seen
oxygen were
the
built. In
this
2018,
version, the
first
Saturday
group of
anime version,
immigrants was
and the
dispatched to
actual
Ishtar
like
continent in the
dub.
north of
So
Venus. The planet's calendar began at this time. 2089, the 72nd year of the Venusian calendar.
how is the audio on this, by the way? Is it too loud or anything?
I can hear it fine. It's not too loud.
This final shot, though.
Yeah, it's like a full minute. And then silent credits.
Zapped by a bolt of lightning, scientist Barry Allen discovers a sudden
Flash is
need for
coming up.
speed. Rocketing off the pages of DC Comics, the fastest man alive is coming your way. The Flash premieres 9 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Sunday. Don't miss it. Join the Night Stalker, Carl Kolchak, for a
Join the
double
Night
dose
Stalker,
of
Richard
supernatural
Ramirez.
thrills. He's got the headline-grabbing scoop on mummies, ghosts, and demons on the Kolchak movie double feature, today beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Saturday.
Well, that was the Sci-Fi Saturday for
You're on the Sci-Fi Channel.
what did I say was October
Here's what's
30th?
next.
October 30th, 1999.
Yep, Werewolf and the Venus Wars, one near and dear to my heart.
Did not even know you existed yet.
I know, it's a shame, but I knew Adam existed at the time. So Adam, I'm gonna defer to you for the first ranking. Where does this rank from 1 to 5 on the anti-gravity scale?
Gosh, for me, trying to actually rate this without putting the nostalgia glasses on is kind of hard. So with this one, I really have to kind of give it that 3. As I said earlier, it's the perfect middle ground. If you have an anime that's better than this, it's good. If you have an anime that's worse than this, it's terrible.
Are you rating the day or just the film? Because remember, we're rating the entire day. Werewolf combined with the Venus Wars.
Okay, yeah, you're right. In that particular case, I would have to give it a little bit more of a bit of a downgrade for that to 2, because honestly, Werewolf was not one of the better features for Mystery Science Theater, in my opinion.
All right, and Allison, what do you think?
I'm actually gonna have to agree with Adam, much to my own chagrin. Venus Wars is a solid 4 out of 5. Like animation, scoring, it loses a point on story, but who cares? But then you look at Werewolf, and it's like the jokes kind of fall flat. Number one, in the riffs, and then the movie itself is so bad, even with the riffs, you check out after like 40 minutes. So it's a 1 out of 5. So overall average, it's a 2 out of 5.
All right, and for my own rating, I think I'm gonna have to give it a little more than the Adam and Allison did. I think that this is probably a 3 out of 5 on the anti-gravity scale. Werewolf's not great, but it has some zingers in there that does make me chuckle. So to this day, so I mean, there's something to be said for that. And the Venus War, I don't have to take the nostalgia glasses off. I love the Venus War, even though it's not great. Like, it'll always be. It killed a lot of time for me as a kid, and obviously I'm always gonna owe it that. So I'm gonna give the day as a whole though 3 out of 5 on the anti-gravity scale. Probably depends on how well whether or not I won my backyard wrestling match afterwards, and whether or not the day was actually good. But all right, that I think is going to wrap up our first episode of the Sci-Fi Channel Nostalgia. Next week we are going to move to the date of it's actually going to be the last, not the last for us, but what would have been the last Sci-Fi Saturday, as far as we know them, which would have been December 18th, 1999, 9 a.m. Mystery Science Theater 3000, Space Mutiny, 11 a.m. anime movie Odin Photon Space Sailor. So feel free to.
That's gonna be real fun.
I look forward to this one.
Feel free to tune in next Monday nights. What do you guys think? It's like 7 p.m. CST. Good for everybody.
Yeah, 7:15. Give me time to get home and
Yeah.
take off my pants like a good real estate agent.
Sounds good to me.
All right, then I think that's what we're going to do. If you're watching this on YouTube, good luck, because it's probably going to get taken down soon. But for those of you on Twitch, thank you for all the follows and subs. I especially want to thank all of the, as far as I consider them, historians, the people who are taking the time to upload these VHS recordings. They mean a lot to people like me, like weirdos like me, who want to watch this over and over again as it was presented on the Sci-Fi Channel, because it was such a big part of my childhood. So big ups to those guys, and we'll see you next week. Appreciate it. Bye. And now it's Twitch, so I have to wait because I know I have to wait though, because I want to cut it off there for the YouTube.
Ah, I see. Silly Twitch.
Yeah. All right, now I'm closing OBS. Good night.
Night.